everybody. I'm Larry Ridley. You're tuned in to the NFL on EA Sports. As we head towards kickoff, two quarterbacks will be on the field today trying to push their team to victory. It's Jameis Winston's Buccaneers going up against Bridgewater's Vikings.
All right, Larry, it's one of the new jewels of the NFL, no doubt, as you get a look inside U.S. Bank Stadium here in Minneapolis. The scene a short time ago, this crowd decked out in purple, and they were in full roar as their guys burst out of the locker room. We're ready for football, folks, as the Vikings get set to do battle with Jameis Winston and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Two 1-1 teams here, each looking to move over 500, and we're underway here in Week 3. This one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
Every year I go to the combine and marvel at the speeds that linebackers are running nowadays. They run like DBs. And let's face it, they know how to finish plays too. Eyes up, head up, run right through them.
Second down and a little ways to go here. 2nd and 13. They go play action. Winston. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Play action is supposed to be used to slow down pressure, slow down blitzes. In this case, though, if it takes a little too long to develop, you got people right in your face.
And lucky just to get rid of the ball with the arm going forward. Could have been a fumble. And now maybe they want some extra time to talk about this 3rd and long play as we'll get a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. And this opening drive not going to plan. This is now 3rd and 13. Now a play fake to Martin. Here's Winston. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that one incomplete. Had some position but couldn't hold on, and it brings up 4th down.
Brandon, it looked like he had his hands on it for a moment, but let's face it, that was going to be a tough catch all the way because of the presence of the defense right there as he was trying to haul it in.
Yeah, nice job to force the incompletion. Yeah, last week in the loss, 5 punts as he gets this one away. Taken in at the 22. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And it'll be Viking football here as they take possession. Now a first carry for Latavius Murray. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
I'd say the staff that's up in the booth watching the game, they may want to file that one away. See how fast the free safety closed to make that play? Might want to check into a throw the next time.
Second down, Bridgewater. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And they'll get him down here at the 23. Only a yard there. Sniffed out well defensively, and it brings up third.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start, getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
On third down, Bridgewater. Dancing to his left. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
And that's a great opening series defensively. You force what should be a 3-and-out on your opening possession.
And great coverage there on third down to force the incompletion to set up fourth. Ryan Quigley, fifth-year man from Boston College, in to punt it away. Back deep for the Bucs, Deshaun Jackson. And now a low liner. I think he mishit it.
And that's what friends are for.
Right. As the returner, you know. Dinner for later.
Oh, without a doubt, because he just took care of you and your team in a big way. You know, you turn it over there, that's a big momentum changer and put your defense in a bad spot.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Well, they held him to a short gain on that one, and it almost felt like on that first run, they were trying to just throw the jab at him. So how do you stop a jab? Get closer and smother it, just as they did on that last play.
Here we go with 2nd and 7. On play action, Winston. Steps away, and Winston lost the football. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, or that could have been trouble. He'll wind up with positive yardage. It's a gain of 3, but now it's third down. And defensively going with a dime set. 6 DBs on 3rd and 4. From the shotgun, it's Winston. And he's going to be taken down. Back across midfield, just across midfield at the 49. Daniil Hunter coming in to drop him for a loss of 8, and it'll be 4th down. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. Now this is going to carry well into the end zone for a touchback. And out now come the Vikings. And the last drive, their first drive, 3 and out. What changes here, if anything?
I think it's making sure the guys that you trust the most with the ball, the biggest playmakers you have, that they touch it on this possession to try and get things moving.
So get it to the horses.
Without a doubt. They're the ones that typically end up in the end zone.
On 1st and 10, Bridgewater. And his guys will take over at the 14-yard line in the red zone. It's almost like you can see the look of frustration on his face. 4 interceptions last week. We talked about it all week. What did he do wrong? And another one here in the first half.
And you can understand the frustration. You actually feel his pain a little bit. But the worst thing he can do is what you're seeing right now, showing the other team that he's frustrated. All they're going to do is double their efforts to make him even more frustrated. He's got to gather himself, compose himself, and keep fighting.
Well, he talked a lot about erasing that loss last week, getting back in the win column. We'll see how he responds. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. That one good for 10 yards. And it'll be second and very short. In. Touchdown, Buccaneers. A great play there with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Bucs have taken a first-quarter lead. Nick Folk for the point after. And that one gives the Bucs a 7-0 lead. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. And now out comes Minnesota. And this is a unit that, to be frank, doesn't look like they've woken up yet. I mean, a punt and a turnover on their first 2 drives.
And I think the game's starting to take shape a little bit now. And I'm going to take it into the basketball world. When you're having trouble scoring or moving the ball in basketball, what do? Get it to their best player, right? Find a matchup, create it, exploit it, and try and move the football.
Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping. Jumpy on the right side of the line.
Sometimes when you're on the end, a little bit farther away from the ball, any type of movement will get you to jump, and that's exactly what happened there.
Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? Well, they didn't really have to earn that first down, did they?
Well, they're not having to earn much, are they? Back-to-back penalties. First was 1st and 5, and now they give them a first down.
They run. Cook. Not much there. Maybe a couple up to the 35.
Partner, you know I love to point out when teams break tendency and do something a little bit different from the norm. But when you run the ball in the first play of the drive, that's not a tendency breaker at all. That's just trying to establish yourself as you move forward.
See if they stay on the ground for second down. Bridgewater. He's going to look deep down the field. And he's unable to grab it. Thought he might have had position, couldn't hold on, third down. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive. So incomplete on second down. Now they'll look to convert here on third. From the shotgun, it's Bridgewater. Buying time to his left. Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Picked off by Levante David. And they will finally get him, but not until he's all the way down inside the 15-yard line.
I think that interception happened for two reasons. Quarterback gets outside the pocket and panics a little bit, and receiver doesn't make sure he's absolutely in an open spot. So there's a guy lurking, took the ball from him.
Yeah, so don't wave your arms, right, as a receiver if you're not wide open.
Got to know that you're open. Otherwise, just don't do it.
And they'll start this drive with very good field position. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll fight his way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Not a big run on the first play of the drive, but that doesn't necessarily mean it was a bad play. Sometimes you're just trying to settle in, get your guys a little bit of contact, and get things moving.
Now a second down throw for Winston. And he's going to go down. Sacked right around the 17. Brian Robinson in there to bring him down for a loss of 7. Third and long for Winston. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. Give him 8 on the play, and it'll be 4th down.
That's certainly playing down in distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath by all means.
A first half update now from Philadelphia. And the Eagles out in front early. Remember to keep an eye on the ticker, of course, at the bottom of your screen for updates on that game and others around the NFL. So the drive takes them inside the 10, but it ends with just 3.
And a nice job defensively to rise up and make sure they didn't get in.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll probably wish he'd reconsidered here. It will cost him 10 yards as he's down at the 15.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these team special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive, almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And he's got the hook up here. It's Kyle Rudolph. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. I think defensively you're okay with that. You're in the first quarter. He's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on. And I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
Bridgewater now on second down. Going deep for Diggs. And that will fall incomplete. Oh, they took a shot there on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter. Incomplete pass on second down. Let's see what the offense draws up here on third. To throw is Bridgewater. Eluding the pressure right. He may try and run for this. 5 yards on the scramble, and that's enough to pick up the first.
When they watch film of this game and hand out the grade sheets, he's going to really like getting a double plus on this play. Why? He scrambles and picks up a first down. But what else does he do? Protects himself by sliding and avoiding the big hit. Double plus, big-time play.
Check, butt stick. Check, butt stick.
A first down throw for Bridgewater. He'll find Thielen working the middle. And he's taken down, but not before getting this across midfield and just shy of the 40. That goes for a gain of 31.
A lot of receivers see the drag route as a risk-reward type of a play. The risk, going into the middle of the field where there's some big people want to hit you. But the reward is oftentimes you get lost in coverage, running a little bit underneath. And when you catch it just right, as we just saw there, the end result can be a big, big play.
And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here. And he got a little aggressive too early.
And he did, wanting that quick takeoff as the ball was snapped, but I think sometimes those big guys on offense, they're pretty cagey too, right? They make those little sudden moves or those little subtle moves that get you to jump.
Now the Buccaneers go ahead and take another timeout. That's their second, so they'll have one remaining here in this second quarter. We'll be right back. So a first down and 5 for the offense. To throw, Bridgewater. Going with a screen for Murray. Uses the stiff arm. Give him 10 yards on that one, and that'll earn him a fresh set of downs.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen, where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
First down, here's the run with Cook. And he'll go out of bounds down inside the 15-yard line. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
I remember the first time I saw Dalvin Cook play in college. I was watching him on TV, called a scouting friend of mine and said, "Who is this guy? He's special." And he said, "Dude, you're watching a home run hitter on the field."
Yeah, he was special in Tallahassee. Left Florida State their all-time leader in rushing yards and touchdowns. They run again on first down. Cook. Another 13 yards there twice in a row, and they're on the move. Another first down as well.
Exactly what they needed right there because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
They'll run for it with Cook. Trying to ram his way in, but they're going to hold him back at the goal line. Call it no gain, and it's going to be 2nd and goal.
They're right there at the 1. No gain, but don't let that stop you. Line back up and keep going at them. If I'm them, I'm thinking about going at it 4 straight times.
Bridgewater with a keeper. Officially no gain on the sneak. Kind of a wasted play there, and now it's 3rd down.
Now, that was a little too conservative for my liking. It's only 2nd down, and they try to run the sneak. Give credit to the defense. They pushed them back and set up 3rd down.
Call it no gain on the keeper, and it's going to bring up a 4th down. On now is Kai Forbath to try the field goal. And Forbath will put this one through, and they get themselves on the board here. It's 10-3. So he splits the uprights there, and I would imagine it's nice as a kicker. Right when it leaves your foot, you know it's good.
Yeah, it's kind of like a golfer that picks up his tee after a nice drive without even watching it land.
Solid analogy. I like it. Forbath now to kick it away after the made field goal. A reminder coming up in the Sunday night game, matchup you don't see very often, a rematch of Super Bowl 18. The Raiders traveling to Washington, and then tomorrow on Monday night we'll see the Cowboys heading to the desert to take on the Cardinals.
Former NFC East rivals.
Jameis now on 1st down. And Brate, the tight end's got it. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. Give him 9 there on the 1st down completion.
When we talk about Harvard, you know we're going to talk about academics, but in this case, let's talk about a big year Cameron Brate had in 2016, the tight end.
Finished with 57 catches, 660 yards, and also 8 scores. Play action now. Winston. He's going to float this one deep right side. And oh my goodness, what a catch at the 6. It's a big play there for the Buccaneers. And even 60 yards. Working out of the gun, Winston. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack.
Well, that was point counterpoint, wasn't it? They decided to throw for it on 1st and goal. Instead, the defense counters with pressure, and the defense wins, getting a big sack.
Now Jameis on 2nd down. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. And now the Vikings are going to stop it here on defense with a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. This offense so far on 3rd down, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and goal. Martin. And a short pickup there down to about the 9. Only able to pick up a yard, and that's going to leave them with a long 4th and goal. So out comes the field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. From the left hash, a chip shot here. 2 minutes to play here in the 1st half. More from Minneapolis after this. And the 10-year vet knocks it through the goalpost. Meanwhile, down in Chicago. And the Steelers there out to an early lead. And we'll keep you abreast of how that one shakes out. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. And now out comes Minnesota. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point?
The kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him at contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about
toe
that.
Bashed it.
Super toe.
Let's go. 180. 180. 58.
Bridgewater on first down. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep two hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish.
Let's go. Way 90. Way 90.
On second down, Bridgewater again. He's got it complete to Stephon Diggs. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs. First down, Bridgewater. He can't get him down. And some space here. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. Give him 7 on the play, and that'll make it a second down. The second down throw for Bridgewater. Going deep for Diggs. And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. It's Justin Evans, the rookie from Texas A&M. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line.
Partner's bad enough when you just can't hold on to the football. But when your quarterback's throwing it to the other team, that's 3 interceptions now, 4 turnovers for the game. You really have no chance to win the football game.
Meanwhile, down in Chicago, and the Steelers there out to an early lead. And we'll keep an eye on that one as our game goes along here. Jameis to throw it. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out, incomplete.
Sometimes the coverage is so good, no matter what you're doing on offense, you just can't shake anyone free. They try their best to find someone open, but they took away every passing alley, every angle, and shut the play down.
Offense looking to avoid a 3rd and long. It's 2nd and 10. From the gun, Winston. Looking for his running back, and he's got it. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup, and they're going to face a 3rd down. To throw is Winston. And he's got a man. It's the tight end Howard, complete. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. So after that big gain, let's see what else the offense has up its sleeve. A first down throw for Winston. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. On second down, Winston again. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
Well, he kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
The Bucs on third down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 10. And the D looking like they may blitz. Play fake to Martin. Now Jameis. Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down. Anthony Barr with a big-time sack on third down. And it'll be a loss of 7. Here's Brian Anger now as he's on to punt for Tampa Bay. So we reach halftime here in a 10-point game as we send you down to our EA Sports Studios in Orlando, where we find our man Larry Ridley with our halftime report. So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. That'll be taken in the end zone. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. Meanwhile, down in Chicago, and the Steelers there out to an early lead. I have a feeling that one's going to stay tight throughout. We'll continue to monitor. They go play action here on first down. Left side caught by Diggs. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. He got 18 yards out of that one, and it gets him a new set of downs. Fresh set of downs here. The defensive line disperses a little bit here, maybe expecting a pass.
Let's go. Hey.
On first and 10, Bridgewater. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. The first down screen pass, good for 5.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid gain.
5 yards left for the offense. It's second down. Here's Murray. And nowhere really to go there. He'll take this up just shy of midfield. It'll only be a gain of a yard, and it sets up a third down and 4 now.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
The Vikings on third down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 4. From the gun, Bridgewater. Completes it over the middle to Floyd. Now a loose football. The ball comes out, and they get the football. They'll set up shop at their own 49-yard line. Now whistles and a timeout. Looks like we've got a Viking slow to get up. We'll check on his status when we get back. Winston now after the fumble recovery. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Daniil Hunter in there to pick up his second sack now of the afternoon. And no press coverage here. They are backing off in the secondary. Going to give this time to the tailback. And he'll push his way up to about the 44 here. Call it a 3-yard gain, but they'll be forced into a 3rd and 15 coming up.
In my book, that's running the ball well, but with intelligence. How about him keeping the clock moving, staying in bounds?
Yeah, even though it's the third quarter, you're thinking ahead, aren't you? This is where your running game can really help you with a lead in the second half.
I agree totally. It's not just end-of-the-half situations that you worry about the clock. It's throughout the game. And with a lead, stay in bounds. Make them fight harder to try and catch you.
The Bucs on 3rd down. They've had their troubles. Just 1 for 6. This will be 3rd and 15. Now Winston. Being chased out left. And this is going to be intercepted. Terrence Newman with a pick. And he's just across midfield and down at the 49-yard line.
Well, it's 3rd and long, and you've got a few different ways to play it offensively. But this is not the type of offense that's going to wave the white flag. They're going to keep chucking it. And this time, it results in an interception.
Following the interception, here's Bridgewater. He's going to wind up and air it out. And it drops down incomplete. Thought he might have had it. Instead, second down. Second down following the incompletion. Now it's the backup Bradford. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down. But not to get too overcritical there because he knows what he's doing, but his shoulders looked a little off kilter there when he threw that.
I don't think you're being overly critical there. You're just analyzing it, and he gets those shoulders right. That pass will go from incomplete to complete.
And the Bucs with an extra defender in the secondary now on 3rd down. Bradford. Escaping the pressure right. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. Pretty solid gain of 7 yards that time as he scrambled, but now they face a 4th down. Still just the third quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on fourth. From the shotgun, it's Bradford. This one to the sideline. He's got it. A nice job to keep the feet in, but he is a bit short here of a first down. The Vikings unable to convert here on fourth. And the Buccaneers defense holds and they get the football back. A handoff as they run the counter play. And he will be brought down at about the 43 that time. 2 yards on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. Now a handoff here to his running back. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 2.
So much of the game today, we're looking for hybrid players, guys who can do a combination of jobs. And anyone who plays a strong safety position, now more than ever, is a hybrid type player. Half defensive back that covers passes and half linebacker that makes tackles. We just saw the linebacker make that play.
Checking the NFL scoreboard, they're in the 3rd at MetLife Stadium. The Dolphins, they have extended their lead in that one. We'll keep you updated on that one as it progresses. And after the play on the ground, that brings up 2nd down here. They'll try to throw now. Winston. Looking downfield for Godwin. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Anderson-Dejo.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Following the interception, Bradford flushed out right. Looking middle, and it's incomplete. Stephon Diggs, his intended receiver, and it's 2nd down.
Whenever they're trying to attack a zone defense, you're trying to figure out where your gaps are going to be. And depending on what type of zone they're playing, it could be on the outside, it could be in the middle, it could be in the seams, in the edges. In this case, they tried to attack the middle of the field, but this zone defense didn't allow it because they were able to see the ball come off the quarterback's hands, and everyone was able to react to the football and knock it away.
On 2nd down, Bradford again. And his throw here's incomplete. He was looking for his tight end there, Kyle Rudolph. And now it's 3rd down.
Let's face it, perfection is something we all chase, whether it's playing this game or whatever we do. Hard to attain, but that's what they were searching for as that pass goes incomplete.
The Vikings on 3rd down. They've had their troubles, just 1 for 6. This is 3rd and 10. Working out of the gun, Bradford. It's Floyd on the right. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. They'll get 10 there, but it leaves them just short for 4th down.
They didn't get the first down, but I have to say I do like the call. I like what they were trying to do. Try and hit your on the run and see if he can pick it up, keep it on his feet, get a little rack yardage.
Yeah, but a nice job defensively to get to him and keep him short of the first. And in their own territory, needing only a few inches, they're going to line up to go for this thing on 4th down. On the sneak, Bradford. And he's going to have the first down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line. Only a yard there on the keeper, but that's all he needed. First down. Final minute now of the third quarter. Bradford to throw it this time. Going with a screen for Murray. A big hit. Knocked out sideways. They hold him to only 2 there on the screen. It's second down.
In order for a screen pass to break big, a lot of things have to come together and be well executed. But all it takes is one small thing to go wrong and keep it from being a big game.
Now Bradford on second down. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Floyd. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. And a nice gain of 21 yards. A first down throw for Bradford. Now a hit and the ball comes out. Bradford's lost it. Back now at beautiful new U.S. Bank Stadium. It's the Vikings in possession of the football, but they need some points. They're trailing here to start the fourth. So the offense avoids disaster, keeps possession. Now it's second down. A play fake to Murray. Now Bradford. Going deep for Diggs. This is caught inside the 15. It's a big one there for the Vikings. 43 yards. And at this stage, down in the second half, looks like they just wanted a way to get it in the hands of their playmaker, and they did.
I think you're exactly right. I don't think the coordinator's looking at his play sheet and trying to figure out which play will work well. He's trying to figure out how to get the ball to the playmaker that you just described. Looking down at that sheet, you find people plays, not necessarily X's and O's, and that's exactly what they did there.
And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run. Bradford on first down. And he's wrapped up. Taken down. Back at the 25. Noah Spence in there to get him his second sack now of the afternoon. Now a second down throw for Bradford. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. A gain of 4 on the play, and they're going to be staring at a third and long here.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
The Vikings on third down. It's been a problem. Just 1 for 7 thus far. This will be a tough 3rd and 18. Bradford going to give it to Murray. Oh, no, he lost the football. And it's picked up by the Buccaneers. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line.
Brandon, I don't want to violate any of our broadcasting rules by declaring a game over before it's over. But that one, that puts them in real jeopardy there.
Absolutely. It was a two-possession game. It is a two-possession game at this stage in the fourth. They needed points out of that drive.
And obviously now, no chance at all to get those points that they so desperately needed.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. They give him 14 yards that time and a fresh set of downs.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the fourth as it was way back in the first, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
First down and 10 now for the offensive group. They'll run it now out of the gun. And it's a fumble. And the Vikings pick up the football. And his guys are going to take over at their own 48-yard line.
Partner, that one looked like it was over. I mean, they had control, had the football, and the defense had to make a play in order to keep them in the game. That's exactly what they did.
And now that door ajar, two-score game, so hold on here, not done in the fourth. Bradford now after the fumble recovery. And down he goes. A Buccaneer sack. Noah Spence able to disrupt yet another pass play. His third sack of the afternoon. Second down, Bradford. Flush to his right. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Kendall Beckwith in there to record the second sack of his young NFL career. In search of something here after the sack. It's third and long. Bradford getting his guys ready. Throwing. Bradford. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards. Back to the 33. A loss of a yard, and it brings up fourth. Well, you can see what they wanted to do. They wanted to set up the screen there, but it got blown up.
It's hard to run that play if you're not getting a lot of pressure at the quarterback because the space doesn't open up. They were able to read that one and slow it down and stop it before they could get a first down.
And no, it's incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Bucs are going to take over with excellent field position to boot. Now the Buccaneer offense set to take over again. And last drive, obviously not what you're looking for. You've got the lead. You got to protect the football.
So in other words, someone got lucky because they've been moving the ball really well and wearing them down. In this case, though, giving up the football doesn't make them very happy. They can't wait to get back out there and atone for it.
Yeah, try to atone for it here on this drive. Jameis now on first down. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. They'll give him 8 on the play, and it'll be a second down. And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills like a receiver, and you're aware of that before the game even begins. So throughout your practice sessions, you're going to want to be aware of him. Where is he lining up? What can he do? What kind of damage can he do to us downfield? And who can match up with him without weakening our overall defense? You're exactly right. It's a tough task to match up to him.
The Bucs on third down. It's been a problem. Just 1 for 7 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2. Now they try the right side here. And he's going to take this one down to about the 23-yard line. Give him a yard on the play, and he's definitely short. It'll be 4th down and a few inches. The offense here not budging. They're going to fight for it on 4th and inches. Now they'll run it on the toss. And this is going to be nowhere close. Needed some inches and ended up losing yardage. The Bucs try it on 4th down but come up empty. And the Vikings defense is going to get the football back. On 1st and 10, Bradford. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by the safety, T.J. Ward. And it's a pick 6. He brings it back to the house from